Alright, hello everybody, welcome back, Carl again. Just a quick video. Somebody asked me in one of my comments about the Raspberry Pi Zero to do a first boot. And I thought I would just take the opportunity to do a quick tutorial video about getting the image on the SD card and then actually doing a first boot on the Raspberry Pi. So the first thing you're going to need is a micro SD card. I'm just going to use my adapter here so that I can put it into my card reader over here. Now, the first thing I'm going to do here is open up this application called SD Formatter. And what this is going to do is just format the drive for me. So make sure that it's on the correct drive letter, and then go down to Options, and then Format Size Adjustment. That'll make sure you're using the whole card. And then I'll just say yes to the warnings and do a quick format. Alright, and then once it's done, you'll just say OK, and then you can exit that. Now the next thing you're going to need is your image, which I have right here, and this one is 1121 of 15, and it is Focus Raspberry Jessie. So I downloaded that from raspberrypi.org. I'll put a link in down below. You're also going to need this right here, which is Win32 Disk Imager, and I'll try to find a link to download that as well. And once you open up the Win32, it's just this file folder. You're going to open up this, run this bottom application. You have to say yes. And then that opens up this file. You want to make sure you have the correct drive listed, and then you're going to browse for your image. So there it is, Raspberry Jessie. Hit save. And then we're going to say write. Alright, I'll pause the video and I'll bring it back to you once it's done. Okay, now finally when it's finished, you'll get the right successful box, and then this is what the other box will look like. So we'll just say okay, and then we'll come over here and we'll close this, and then you want to go down to the bottom in Windows and safely eject the hardware. Okay, so now let's go to the Raspberry Pi and boot it up. Okay, so here's what we have. We have the micro SD card, which will stick in the Pi Zero. We have the Pi Zero, obviously. I have power, which is running to this cord onto the charge adapter. This wire here is actually from my 5-volt supply connected to the wall. This is my USB on the go. It's running to this cable. I can't find my hub for it, so I'm going to try just using my Logitech unifying receiver with my keyboard and mouse here. And then I have the mini HDMI to HDMI, which runs to my monitor, which I'll show you in a second. So this is the first boot after the image. We'll just plug this in. You can see we get a green light, and we're running at 4.96 volts at 0.16 amps. Here you can see the screen.
Still booting. CD.
The green LED is flashing away vigorously. .93 volts. You can see we have a cursor.
And there it is.
And it is working. My mouse setup is working. Let's go up here to menu. Let's check the keyboard. The keyboard works. And let me just show you what I did for that cable. So this is a micro USB to a mini B USB cable. So I plug that in. And then this is a USB cable that that's mini B. Originally it was to USB A. So I cut the end off, and I just soldered the wires together, the shield to shield, black to black, green to green, white to white, and red to red. Taped it up, and then put a USB B on it, and then a unifying receiver from Logitech. And that works just fine. And I'll just bring up the terminal quick just so you can get a idea of how it works. And there it is. Alright guys, hopefully this was helpful. Somebody asked for me to do a boot video in the comment section from the Raspberry Pi Zero get this before you buy it section, and that where I talked about make sure you have a HDMI adapter and a USB on the go cable. So I figured I'd go ahead and just run through a quick process of getting it to boot. Alright, go ahead and hit the like button down below. It really helps out a lot, and I'll catch you in the next video.